Hello ladies and gentlemen, Stephen here from Radolescence and welcome back to another video. Thank you all so much for tuning in, it means a lot to me. And welcome to the very first episode of a new series on my channel called Indie Scent Exposure. This is basically a series in which I highlight or I expose some up and coming independent companies or houses. I tell you a little bit about them, how they started, who the perfumer is, who the creative director is, where they can be found, the pricing, the versatility, so on and so forth. I make sure to cover all of my bases. So I want to talk today with you guys a little bit about a company called Haught Parfums. Now this is a company that I've actually talked a little bit about on my channel before, so I'm going to leave an annotation here if you want to go ahead and check that out. I'm also going to leave the website down in the description section below. You're going to need it in order to enter the giveaway. So let me start off by talking about that a little bit. My good friend Jarek, or Jarekie, who is the creative director slash perfumer for this company, Haught Parfums, he decided to host or sponsor a giveaway on my channel. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that towards the end of the video, how you can enter. You will actually need to visit the website in order to enter the giveaway. But I want to start off by telling you a little bit about the company, where they started, what they aim to do, what their mission is, what their objective is, and also tell you a little bit about these fragrances. Now I've actually done a video on these fragrances before on my channel, so I'm going to leave another link to that here, another annotation, a link down below. Make sure to check that out. I think these are phenomenal scents. So this is their classic collection. This is actually a new collection that he's coming out with. This is the chocolates collection. All of these fragrances contain the note of chocolate, and they're all very different from one another. That was one of my immediate concerns when I got this package in the mail. I was like, oh, I think they're going to smell kind of similar to one another. But actually, when I started getting into it and trying them all, I realized that they do differentiate from one another. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really happy about that. So let's start off by talking about this company. It actually started in Oakland, California, not too long ago. The perfumer slash creative director is a gentleman by the name of Jarek. I call him Jarek. His full name is Jarekie. And he makes all of these scents, and what he wants to do, or his mission if you will, is he doesn't want to create fragrances that are mass marketed and watered down. He wants to create fragrances for the person who really wants to stand out, really wants to be himself or herself, and really wants to allow that person to open up and express their uniqueness and their individuality, which is why a lot of these fragrances are made in very small batches. They are handcrafted, hand-produced. Even the boxes in which the fragrances are stored are hand-painted. The bottles are hand-painted, especially these, in very much the same way that John Pegg of the kerosene brand kind of makes everything by hand. I love it. I love the attention to detail. This is, I think, the epitome of indie. People making stuff on their own, whether you're talking about music or fragrances. It just has a very strong indie vibe to me. So hence, I think it's very appropriate for this series. So this is actually a box that was sent to me before, so I have a video on that. I'm not going to talk too much about these scents, but I do want to talk a little bit about these scents, and then I want to get a little bit into pricing so you guys can make a determination on your own as to whether or not you think it's worth it, or maybe you want to get a bottle or a sample or a decant or something like that. You can actually get decants on the website haughtparfums.com, which I think is a pretty cool service that not a lot of other companies have. So this is of course called the Chocolates Collection, and it was inspired by artisan truffle chocolates, and it comes in this truffle box, which I think is really cool. It's hand painted and everything. I think it was freshly painted because I can actually still smell the paint emanating from the box and the bottles, but even the color combination on the bottles is really cool. Like the bottles, they do have this unique individual look to them. They're all a different color. They have kind of like this fade on it. Some of them kind of look like goose eggs. They kind of have like these little spots on them or whatnot. So these are 5 different scents, all Extrait de Parfum strength. So are these. His scents are available in 2 concentrations. They're available in an Extrait de Parfum for the smaller sizes like the 10 ml and the 30 ml. And then for the 2 larger sizes, the largest of which is the 4 ounce, those are actually available in Eau de Parfum concentration. So if you're talking about the smallest size, that's going to run you about $35. I'm not sure if that's shipped, but I know for the bottle itself it's $35. If you buy the biggest size, it's $165. So you're paying $165 for 4 ounces, which is kind of like buying a Mancera. If you're familiar with that brand, it's kind of like around the same price range, Mancera, Montal, so on and so forth. So I want to talk to you a little bit about these because I haven't really focused on these on my channel. I want to tell you which one is my favorite and if I think they're worth picking up or not. Now, all of these are Extrait de Parfum. They're 1 ounce each, and the first one is called Chocolate Wasted. Now, this is definitely the strongest chocolate-based scent that I put my nose on, right next to Chocolate Greedy by Montal. What's the difference? Chocolate Greedy by Montal, it reminds me of kind of like a powdery cocoa powder, almost like a Ferrero Rocher chocolate. This one smells like hot chocolate. Let me go ahead and read the notes to you. I think this is just, I mean, the epitome of gourmand, right? So we have cocoa powder, we have dark chocolate, buttercream, rum, espresso, tonka bean, brown sugar, bourbon, and vanilla bean. For a little short period of time, I thought it was going to smell like Espresso Royale by Sebastian, which is another scent that I really do enjoy wearing. That one smells a little bit more like coffee. I definitely get the coffee vibe from this one, but I think what I get more from this one is it smells like hot chocolate. It's such a warm, cozy scent. I mean, I'm seeing myself wearing this a lot in the fall and winter. I actually had a conversation with Jarek recently, and I told him I was kind of bummed out because I filmed my top 10, or my top 20 rather, niche scents for the fall/autumn of 2015, and I told him honestly one of these would have probably made it on this list if I had gotten my hands on the bottles a little bit earlier. So I might save them for next year. They might make a list next year, but I'm telling you, two of these I think are really good, really worthy of being in a top 10 or a top 20 niche list. So the first one is Chocolate Wasted, very strong chocolate note, actually the strongest chocolate note out of all of these. Now the second fragrance in this collection, which is also my favorite fragrance from this collection, is called Puckered Up, and the notes in this one are buttercream, lemon zest, lemon curd, crushed biscotti, coconut cream, lemon verbena, white chocolate, limoncello, green notes, powdered sugar, and white musk. Now, what I like about this one is that it's the most versatile from all of the other scents in the collection. It actually reminds me a lot of a fragrance by Kerosene called Unknown Pleasures, where it's kind of like sweet, gourmand, almost has like an ice cream vibe with like a lemon citrusy nuance to it. It's the same exact thing with this one. You get a lot of vanilla, you get a lot of lemon. Now, do I think this is entirely accurate as far as the note breakdown is concerned? Not necessarily. I don't think there's lemon zest and lemon cream and limoncello, and I don't think it actually has all these things. I do think it has lemon, but what I like about what this perfumer is doing is he's trying to put you in a certain state of mind. He's trying to put you in a certain frame of mind, very much in the same way that Josh Meyer of Imaginary Authors creates these imaginary notes in his fragrances so it can sort of be evocative of that thing, right? So when you think about it, you're like, ooh, this does smell like a chocolate. Instead of you thinking, oh, this smells like lemons and vanilla, you're gonna think, oh, it smells like a lemon, you know, vanilla chocolate truffle, or whatever the case may be. So I like how it sort of coincides with what that kind of a truffle would smell like. So I think in that sense, it's actually very well done. I like it. It's citrusy, it's effervescent, but it has enough of that vanilla chocolate base to really add this gourmand layer to it. Again, I don't think the chocolate is as strong in this one as it is in the first one, Chocolate Wasted, but nonetheless, I think it's a very versatile scent. It actually is my favorite from this collection. The next one is Prieto Sedessa, and this one is a very strong, dark cherry sort of a scent. It has cherry, it also has the note of Merlot, so it kind of has like this boozy grape wine sort of a quality, and then it has chocolate in it. I think dark cherry is of course the strongest note in this one. It actually reminds me, I think, of an air freshener that I had a long time ago, and for that reason I think I would be a little bit more apprehensive of wearing this one, just because it sort of is evocative of that. It's gonna make me feel like I'm wearing an air freshener, but nonetheless, I don't mean to make you guys think that. I think it is a really nice scent, and if you're a fan of cherry, I think this one could be a holy grail for you. I had my fiance smell it. She actually liked it. My mother smelled it too, and she said she thinks it would be a little bit more appropriate for women. I don't necessarily agree with that. I find it to be very unisex. I think the next one could come off a little bit feminine though. The next one is called Jasmine Teas, and this one contains a couple of tea notes, one of them being matcha tea, and it actually does smell like tea, and it smells like jasmine as well. And I think it has that floral component, but it adds this smoothness to the composition. I know usually jasmine is indolic, and it has like a fecal, skanky quality about it. This one does not. So I think this one is very wearable. I think it is a little bit feminine, although all of them in essence are unisex, but I think it is a really, really nice scent. It actually contains chamomile. It also has honey. This one has white chocolate as opposed to regular chocolate or dark chocolate. And it also contains black tea, And yes, that's it. And then the very last one is the spiciest of the bunch, and it's called Rojo Picante. The very last one has cinnamon, it has clove, it has some other notes in here that are kind of obscured. Oh, it has ginger, it has cream, it has white chocolate, it has caramel in it as well. The last one is very spicy, and I like it a lot because it kind of reminds me of Tea for Two by L'Artisan Parfumeur. It also reminds me a lot of Untitled No. 2 by Magnetic Scent, which is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. So because of that association, I really do enjoy this one. I think it would be a staple in anybody's fall/autumn collection. I don't think I like it as much as the second one, Puckered Up, just because the spices are a little bit too strong in this one. So I think if you're not a fan of spices, you may have an aversion to this one. But other than that, I think all of these are very creative, very unique, very innovative. They all do something very differently. They're all decadent as far as how they smell. And in essence, they are gourmands because all of them have this quality about them. You feel like you can eat them or consume them in some way. And chocolate is one of those notes that's very consumable, if I may say so. So I think this is a great collection of scents. I would highly urge that you go ahead and check these out. And what my friend Jarek did is he was actually kind enough to give me a second box so that I can give it away on my channel. So this is actually a flight box. It's the same exact thing that you see here. It comes in this box. It's hand painted. It has this nice little purple ribbon around it with this floral kind of a pattern on it. And it has everything that you see here. So you have 5 ounces of extrait de parfum juice. And that is a lot because one spray can go a long way with these. Extrait de parfum, I actually tried on the third one yesterday and the last one yesterday. And both of them lasted a very, very, very long time on my skin. Actually took a shower, woke up this morning, and I was still able to smell them. So I think that speaks volumes in terms of how well they perform. So what can you do to order or to enter the giveaway so that you can win one of these boxes? All you have to do is visit the website haughtparfums.com, and I want you to take a look at the entire selection. I want you to take a look at these fragrances. I also want you to take a look at these fragrances. So all the fragrances that are on that website, and then I just want you to come back to this video and I want you to leave a comment down below. I want you to tell me if you were to get your hands on a bottle, which one would it be? Which one sounds the most appealing to you? Which one sounds the most enticing to you? That's all you got to do. So just be subscribed to my channel, check out the website, leave a comment down below, and let me know which of the fragrances do you think you'd be the most interested in trying/wearing. So guys, thank you all very much for watching my channel. This is a great company. I actually really like the fragrances that I've sampled and smelled here. I think it's a pretty affordable house ranging from $35 all the way up to $165, a multitude of different concentrations in different sizes. He actually also decants his scents. So if you don't want an official bottle, he will actually put in a decant with a sticker. And I'm not sure if he ships worldwide, but I know he definitely ships within the continental US. But I think it's a great company and it's definitely one worth checking out. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe for future videos and a few more giveaways coming up on my channel. And with that being said, take care, have a good one. We'll see you soon.